welcome to the Joseph Crudup Show. I'm Joseph Crudup, and we're here to break down NFL's Week 16 of yesterday, Saturday and yesterday. As you may know, today on Friday we did have a winter storm, and then after that it was raining and wind. Then we got some wind, and it was windy and windy when I'm at work. I mean, everything seems to be looking. The travels have been delayed, and sometimes they cancel the flights. The flights have been delayed, and then the flights have been canceled, and then something. Oh my goodness! What plans for Christmas Day? It didn't have even make any sense for real. It didn't have to make any sense for real. But everything's okay now. We're here in everything's okay here in North Carolina. No snow, no warm weather, no nothing. Although we're gonna have some warm weather probably later this week. But now here we are here in the NFL. We're breaking down the week 16. And yes, we are. We had this week 16 that came out by, and sometimes we know it. So we'll see what. So let's take a look what happened. It is happening here, folks, and look at this. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles have lost to the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, they lost to the Dallas Cowboys. That in the winning streak, the Cowboys had did it. Well, they had to bounce back, and they had to regroup, and then they beat the Eagles on Saturday night. Yes, it can be. Um, they were down in the fourth quarter. They were down 34-27, and they tied this game up. And yep, it is what it is. And then they came out to win the game for sure. And yes, it has. It is what it is, and you always know about what the hell is going on to this game. What the hell's going on to the Dallas Cowboys? Well, anyway, they came on to win the game for real. It was a big story, and it was good. So let's go to the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles on Saturday's game. And yes, Dak Prescott became the hero. And let's see where it all starts. Now, we'll go to this, and then it says, no good team need a huge win more than Dallas. The Cowboys were down 10-0 early, tied at 17-17 before halftime. Then got down 27-17 in the third quarter, tied it at 27-27 to start the fourth quarter. Then scored 13 points in the last 6 minutes. So Dallas 40, Philadelphia 34. Most impressive to me was Dak Prescott joining a pick six on his second straight drive, closing the lead at Jacksonville last week. And on the opening Dallas drive in this game, then coming back in the last 54 minutes to complete 78% of his throws with 3 touchdowns and no picks while getting beat up pretty consistently. Love Prescott hanging in there. After the game, I asked him about his mental state after drawing the 42-yard pick six to Josh Sweat that put the Cowboys in a 10-0 hole. He says, thinking about that. He told me, I'm thinking about the way I was raised. Being the little brother, there's a lot of times I got my ass kicked and things didn't go my way. The only chance I had against them was to forget about what just happened, come back, respond, and beat them sometimes. Sometimes I found my mother. I'll be crying. And she said, if you can't play with the big dogs, stay on the porch. So in a situation like today, early in the game, it's about staying focused, understanding what's happening is done. So I made a bad throw. What can I do about it? Respond, and I will know, and I know I will. Coming off of two unimpressive performances, outscored 6-3 to 6-1. Of course, the now win over the Texans and lost to the Jags. The Cowboys needed some offensive explosiveness to advance in the NFC. They need to do what they've done recently. 4 times in the last 8 games, Dallas has scored 40 or more. Jalen Hurts didn't play for the Eagles Saturday. Brandon Malher was sparking and produced this, if not as safe as Hurts. And Dallas put up 40 against a D that had allowed more than 22 points on the 3 times all season. And it says it's hard. It's how we want that. I think will help us, Prescott said. Down 10 in the first half, down 10 in the second half, coming back both times. You think that doesn't mean something big to us? We fought, we trust, we gained confidence against the best team in the league by fighting back over and over. So here's what they talked about. They fight over and over, and that's what it has been. But don't forget, the Dallas Cowboys are very impressive. But the Philadelphia Eagles, for the Philadelphia Eagles, I mean, Jalen Hurt, he was hot. It hurt, and because he can't play 2 days ago, he got hot. So this is what's happening here. What's going on? What's going on for the Eagles? Although they played good on Saturday and they lost. They didn't beat the Cowboys 2 times. 2 times. And it is what it is. Dallas came with revenge to get this done. Now, money can be Saxon to some. The Panthers was 43 times for 320 yards and 7.4 yard advantage average. And the results were predictable. Carolina 37, Detroit 23. Talk about busting in the bubble of all the good fields for the Lions. It came in on a 6-1 roll. It's the 6-9 Panther who considered this game looking like much more of a playoff threat than the Lions. And, of course, Carolina can win the NFC South by sweeping the games at the Bucks and Saints. Pretty crazy after starting 2-7. So anyway, in this game, the Bucks had won in overtime, 19-16 in overtime. They beat the Cardinals 19-16, and they're still leading. So anyway, Tom Brady is happy, and they won. They had to get to the playoffs. They had to get to the Carolina Panthers. That would be this Sunday. This Sunday. I can never tell. Now, the Buccaneers may be going to the playoffs. Hopefully, they will win. And hopefully, they will win to do that. Now, they got to get to the Panthers. And then week 18, they got to get to the Falcons. 2 more games, and that will be it. At the same time, I never know how I can keep it up this game. And I sure is now. So anyway, the time will come and the time is now. This what happened at the very same moment. That's what happened the very same moment. The Buccaneers had got to win games. Tom Brady and his team are going to try to win 2 more games and to advance to the playoffs. Yes, they will get to the playoffs. or the season is over for sure. I don't understand that. I will understand how. Now, now we go to Saturday night's game, and a very emotional moment. It is what it is. Now look at this. Now, as you might see, what has happened on Saturday night. Now it says the Pittsburgh Steelers retired Franco Harris, number 32, at halftime of their game with the Las Vegas Raiders on Saturday. Harris passed away early in the week at the age of 72. What was accepted to be a joyous occasion has somber tune. Still, Steelers fans delivered love as the jersey was presented to Harris family. Now, Ken Howell reflecting on Franco Harris' impact after the Steelers win over Raiders. Now, the teammates from Harris Pro Football Hall of Fame career was seated on the field during the ceremony, which took place in bitter weather conditions. The weather did not deter those in attendance from showing their appreciation for the legendary running back. Prior to the game, a moment of silence was held in memory of a tribute to Harris. The Raiders and Steelers play 50 years. The Raiders and Steelers play 50 years in the day after the incremental repetition. One month it has been. The Steelers win the win. Yes, it was 16-10. Well, anyway, I do not know. I do not know what the score was. No, I'm wrong. It was 13-10. Steelers went on the win, 13-10. Go look back 50 years ago. And played in 1972. Bear with me now. It became magic, as we always know. It became magic, as you saw. It came out in the hard drive, but it is what it is. So now I'm gonna take a look back. Now the Pittsburgh players are planning to wear their 1970s throwback uniforms when they take on the Las Vegas Raiders on Christmas Eve. This week's game will include a sort of well anyway, it came out 6 days. 6 days ago. I gotta tell you what, I never saw I saw this from the bottom of my heart that it was Franklin Harris when I remember, I don't remember, I wasn't even born. But I remember 50 years ago when Terry Bradshaw he drew the pass and then the defensive Raiders, the Raiders defense, and came out with the receiver, went after the receiver and then hit him. It was a collision, and then Franco Harris had to get the ball. It was not incomplete. Franco Harris came all the way to the end zone for the touchdown to have the Steelers win the game. That was 50 years ago, and I knew it. I do know that the game had been remembered. It was one of those times. Exactly. One of those times in this game. Yeah, I always know it. So anyway, I look at it. It was incredible that Franco Harris had to get the ball and had to get it to the end zone and had to score a touchdown unbelievable. And it just thrilled him. So anyway. So now here's what it is. Now we're going to the standings now, and you're gonna take a look. Now, Buffalo Bills, there are 12-3. 12-3, Buffalo Bills leading the NFC. Well, they are the NFC champs. The Miami Dolphins, they are 8-7. They are 2 games away. The Dolphins are now 7-8, and the Jets are now 7-8. And the NFC North, Bengals were 11-4. They had a lead over the Ravens 10-5. Steelers 7-8, and the Browns 6-9 are going to be eliminated. And then the Jaguars, they are now 7-8. Titans 7-8. Colts 4-9, and Texas 2-12. Then in the AFC West, the Kansas City Chiefs, they had clinched the AFC West champions 12-3. Sean's was 8-6. Raiders 6-9, and the Broncos 4-11. Remember, the Broncos head coach got fouled today. The NFC East, the Eagles are now 13-2 after they lost to the Cowboys. The Cowboys are now 11-4. Giants 8-6. And the Commanders of Washington 7-7. The Vikings, they clinched the North. They won, and it was 12-3. Lions 7-8. Packers 7-8. And the Bears 3-12. The Buccaneers have 7-8. Panthers 6-9. Although if the Bucks lose the game for the Panthers, Carolina Panthers, well, good for Carolina. This is a 7-7 tie. The Saints 6. There are 6. Panthers and Saints are both 6-9. And the Falcons are 5-10. NFC West, 49ers 11-4. Seahawks 7-8. Rams 5-10. Cardinals 4-11. And speaking about this Sunday, it's going to be the game. It's this Sunday, week 17. Let's take a look at the Cowboys. They played against the Titans to start Thursday night at 8:15 on Amazon Prime Video. The Dolphins played against the Patriots. Miami is favored to win. So what? The Browns playing the Commanders starts. Washington is their favorite to win anyway. The Cardinals playing the Falcons. Jaguars versus the Titans. Jaguars versus the Texans. Colts playing the New York Giants. The Broncos versus the Chiefs. Panthers versus the Buccaneers. You're going to see that game. You're going to see it on Fox at 1 o'clock. Bills versus the Lions. Saints versus the Eagles. 49ers at 4:05. The 49ers face the Raiders. San Francisco's favorite to win. The Jets versus the Seahawks. Rams versus the Chargers that play the Chargers. The Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. The Steelers versus the Ravens that start playing at 8:20. Baltimore is favorite to win. Well, anyway. But I think Pittsburgh's going to win on Sunday night. And on Monday, the Bills versus the Bengals that play on ESPN. And Buffalo is going to be favored to win as always. So now that's going to do it. And I hope you had a great time on the Joseph Crudup Show. And I did break down on NFL Week 16. Week 17 is for tomorrow on Sunday. Till then, this is Joseph Crudup. And I will see you probably tomorrow. Till then, take care, everybody. Love you. Peace.